Thanks for tuning in to CTV News. I'm Willis Scott, and here is what you may have missed today. Fort Collins Police announced Monday that Ariel Carton, a CSU veterinary medicine and biomedical sciences student, has died due to injuries from a car crash early Thursday morning. Carton passed away on April 15th, according to the release. Early Thursday morning, Carton was airlifted by helicopter to the Medical Center of the Rockies with serious injuries after the SUV she was driving struck a tree near City Park. Carton was the only person in the car. She was traveling east on West Mulberry Street at a high rate of speed. Officials are still determining whether alcohol or drugs played a part in the crash. Earth Day is this Friday. In honor of the holiday, we are highlighting some of the staff and students who are putting the green in CSU's green and gold colors. The Senior Sustainability Coordinator for Housing and Dining, the Alternative Transportation Manager for Parking Services, and a student eco-leader tell us about some of the sustainability initiatives at CSU.
Currently, a pre- and post-consumer, that's actually all processed by our food waste diversion programs. So we have our composting system, which is located at the Foothills campus. We've been running it for about 5 years at this point in time. We're coming up on almost 500,000 pounds worth of food waste diverted from the landfill. And so that represents the dining centers themselves. So that's a 93% diversion rate, which is incredible, you know, and I would challenge you to find somewhere else on campus to eat where they have that level of food waste diversion or awareness about it.
From a bicycle standpoint, we're one of 5 universities in the entire country that have the highest ranking for bike-friendly university with Platinum. That means we have top-notch infrastructure. We have over 15,000 bike parking spaces here for people at the university. In terms of transit, our students and employees rode 1.5 million trips last year. The MAX alone had over 500,000 trips by our employees and students. That is absolutely something we should take credit for and be proud of.
I'm an eco-leader for Braden. There is one eco-leader for each of the residence halls. We're responsible for creating more awareness of different sustainability initiatives that are both going on campus and then specifically within the residence halls. I'm pretty passionate about environmental issues, so it's really neat having, I guess, an outlet of outreach and feeling like I can kind of connect with people about that and teach people about it, because I think the biggest thing in those issues is an awareness.
Another recent initiative in the dining centers has been the implementation of new composting, recycling, and trash bins. Above each bin is a display case with materials like newspapers, candy wrappers, and styrofoam to-go boxes inside. The materials are there to help demonstrate the types of things that go into each bin. The Colorado State University Alumni Association honors exceptional CSU educators each year with Best Teacher Awards. This year's awards dinner was held Monday evening in the Laurie Student Center Theater. Special Assistant Professor of Music Denise Apodaca is one of 6 instructors and professors who are being recognized this year. Apodaca said that if a student has not shown up or stops showing up midway through the semester, she emails them asking where they are and if they are okay. Ray Black, Marissa Bunning, Chu Chang Chu, Todd Clapp, and Temple Grandin were also nominated. The teachers are nominated by students and alumni. They are chosen by a committee composed of faculty, students, and members of the Alumni Association Board of Directors. Many of these professors were nominated because of their impact on their students. There may be an increase in student tuition next year. The current budget proposal, which was released April 14th, projects a 5% tuition increase for undergraduate residents and a 3% increase for non-residents. The current proposal is in its 6th version and is expected to be approved at the Board of Governors meeting May 5th. According to Rick Miranda, CSU Provost and Executive Vice President, next year's budget may be close to $1 billion. According to Miranda, the budget for the university involves 4 different categories: research contracts, auxiliary activities, miscellaneous expenditures, and the education and general budget. Miranda said a large portion of the overall budget is fixed and can be difficult for the administration to change. It seems like there's something going on the plaza every week. This week is no exception. 2 groups and 1 sign-holding student expressed their views on abortion Tuesday afternoon. The Students United for Reproductive Justice represented the pro-choice view. A display from Justice for All expressed pro-life views.
I'm going to go present what I believe is right.
What is it that you think is right? What is this nope all about?
Just to me, you know, if you're ever in a situation where having a child is going to be the worst thing both for you and the child, if you're not prepared to raise a child, give it the life it needs, and surely any mother, you know, wants to give the child that life, but if they're unable, I feel like abortion, at least in its early stages, if anything, should be a solution to that because we're already overpopulated.
Here to be a positive energy on the plaza and just make sure people know that they're supported and this isn't the only opinion out here.
And as always, our group always has condoms, we have smiles, we have some candy, and we're just trying to get a positive energy out on the plaza.
And can you tell me a little bit about your group?
So Students United for Reproductive Justice is a Planned Parenthood affiliate. So that means we're focused on sex education. We are a pro-choice organization. We are interested in advocacy issues. And so we're here saying that we think women should have the right to choose what happens to their bodies. I don't believe that anyone other than myself and my doctor knows what's going on for me. Shame and stigma shouldn't be attached to a basic medical procedure.
Today we have an exhibit that is called the Art of Life display. And so we have pictures from different time periods. There's 9 panels on our exhibit. So it's saying that the art of life is better than abortion. We desire to create dialogue, and so we've created a free speech board for people to be able to go over to write their opinions. We have staff who are there and ready to answer any questions people may have. If the unborn is a human being like us, we can't exclude them from the group of human beings who actually deserve the equal rights that we do. Doing that actually pulls the rug out of the very reason why I deserve my rights as a woman. It's the very reason why sexism is wrong. It's the reason why racism is wrong. So I just would ask that people would actually take that into consideration as they're processing through their beliefs or their understandings for why abortion should or shouldn't be legal.
The Justice for All tour was invited to CSU by pro-choice student groups on campus. The tour will visit more than 60 universities this year. Well, the weather hasn't been great to start off this week. Good thing we have weather anchor Neil Denman to tell us if things will start getting warmer. We'll have that report in just a minute.
Tune in to KCSU, your student-run radio station at Colorado State University. Live 24 hours a day, every day at 90.5 FM and kcsufm.com. Live local new music now, and news, talk, and sports. KCSU, the radio voice of Colorado State, on the air since 1964.
You're watching CTV, produced by Colorado State University students, bringing you news, weather, sports, and entertainment from campus and beyond. CTV live Monday through Thursday at 7 p.m. on campus and Fort Collins on Channel 11. Repeats at midnight, 8 a.m., noon, and 2 p.m.
The Rocky Mountain Collegian is your student-run news and information platform. Pick up your paper on campus or around Fort Collins Monday through Thursday with special editions Fridays. And check out collegian.com anytime for all the latest updates. News, sports, entertainment, opinion, and more. The Rocky Mountain Collegian, serving Colorado State since 1891.
College Avenue has been your student magazine for the last 10 years. College Avenue prints once a month covering topics that are relevant to the CSU and Fort Collins community. We also print special editions like the graduation guides at the end of each semester, the best of CSU each fall, and the orientation guide each summer. Look for us on racks around campus, off campus, or online at collegian.com under the College Avenue tab.
Well, did you survive the snow? Fort Collins didn't get much, but there are hardly any remnants left if you take a look at our live cam. I'm weather anchor Neil Denman here with all things weather for just a little bit of weather today. You can look, there are some clouds out and you can still see some snow in the mountains, so there's still a little bit of evidence of the snow, but it is gone. As you can see, the snowstorm up here was kind of disappointing, but if you look at our snow totals for across the state, some surprising amounts. We have 5.3 inches here in Fort Collins and 46.5 in Conifer and 11.5 in Denver, and 20.1 in Castle Rock, and 16.8 in Aurora. We've got quite a bit of snow down a little bit further south. I know at my parents' house over the weekend, we got quite a bit of snow, almost 2 feet. Spent about an hour piling it off of my car before I had to come back up here. The snowstorm was quite disappointing, and today the weather was a little bit better. We actually saw a little bit of rain around 1:30, and the sun was out for a little bit today. We'll see what the weather continues in our overnight lows. So along The Front Range, we have 30s in Fort Collins, 34 in Denver, 32 in Pueblo. And then out on the western slopes, we have 26 in Vail, Gunnison, and Telluride, and a 39 in Grand Junction. For over tomorrow's highs, we have 60s and 50s in Front Range and 60s out in the plains. We have 67 in Lamar, 60 in Burlington, and a 57 in Lyman. And then on the mountains, we have a 47 in Telluride, a 53 in Gunnison, and a 67 in Grand Junction. Well, that's just a little bit of weather. Stay tuned for more CTV weather updates throughout the week. Up next, Jason and AJ with sports.
Me and my boy Matt had it good. He had catnip that was off the hook. But one day, he brings a girl home, and she's allergic to cats. Every sneeze was a nail in my coffin. Now I'm in a shelter. It's decent, but they don't even have Wi-Fi.
What's going on, Rams? I'm sports taker AJ Montgomery.
And I'm Jason Ortiz, and we have all the latest news in CSU athletics. Colorado State women's golfer Katrina Prendergast was tied for the lead headed into today's round 2 of the 2016 Mountain West Championships, which is being played at the Dinah Shore Golf Course in Rancho Mirage, California. Prendergast was one of only 3 golfers to shoot under par after the first round. CSU as a team is in 6th place, sitting at 21 over 309. Prendergast said, quote, "Conference is very different and very nerve-wracking, especially as a freshman. Once I got everything going, it became a little easier. I just keep telling myself, fairways and greens. I started doing that and made some putts and got some momentum going my way. The Rams look to make up some ground today, hopefully to have a shot at taking the whole thing tomorrow. For the latest news on women's and men's golf, make sure you tune in to CTV tomorrow and Thursday at 7 p.m. or at www.collegiate.com.
Colorado State men's lacrosse team regular season has come to an end. The Rams finished out the season in impressive fashion, only losing 3 games. The 10-3 Rams had only lost to Arizona, Oregon, and the University of Colorado to conclude their season with having 118 goals for and 92 against, which is the least amount of goals allowed in the Rocky Mountain Lacrosse Conference. The 2016 leading scorer for the Rams was senior midfielder Colin McDonald with 18 goals. With that being said, there was a lot of goal sharing for the Rams. This season, there were 5 players who scored in double digits. The 2016 regular season has come to an end, but that means it's playoff time. The Rams managed to grab the number 2 seed in their conference heading into playoffs. Their opponent for April 29th is the BYU Cougars and will be facing off in Salt Lake City, Utah.
The CSU football green and gold spring game is this Saturday at Hughes, and it's the last chance for some of the upperclassmen to show the coaches that they deserve to be the starters headed into fall camp. One of the biggest hits the Rams took this year is on the defensive side of the ball, but I think we're just going to stay in the secondary. We'll come back to the other guys.
Get back to the other guys.
Some key returners for the cornerbacks are Devin Jones and Sean Johnson, and also Jordan Vaden, who...
Yeah, Jordan Vaden, who just switched from cornerback, or from wide receiver to cornerback just this year. And I think he'll be having a good read on the receivers and knowing what their next moves might be, and I just think he'll be a lockdown corner for this year.
I believe he will be a lockdown corner as well. But Sean Johnson, he didn't see much playing time last year. Devin Jones, he played in 11 games.
Yep.
You know, they're gonna stack up the defense, and
they'll get it all figured out.
They'll get it figured out.
They'll be good. Now moving on to the more versatile players. These guys that can play all over the secondary, from strong safety to corner to free safety. These guys are definitely going to be shuffled around and fit into different positions all year. But who on this list stands out to you most, Jason?
The guy who stands out most on this list right here is definitely sophomore Braylon Scott. The kid is 6'3", so he's basically going to match up with all the wide receivers in the conference. He played a lot last year for DeAndre Elliott, going down in the third game of the season against CU. That guy, he's going to be a great player down the road, too.
He's definitely going to be a good pick.
Who stands out on that for you?
My pick was Tyree Simmons. I mean, this senior this year he's going to be phenomenal. And last year had 2 forced fumbles against Wyoming, and that was a big game for us. And I just think he's going to be the next up and coming.
Tyree is definitely going to be a key contributor to the defense, but Kevin Nutt Jr. is also going to be a key contributor.
Can't leave him out.
Not only on defense, but on the special teams unit. But when fall rolls around, these guys are going to have 3 freshmen coming in: Robert Awunjanai, Jamal Hicks, and Chris Gaston. They all come in, true freshmen. Big note about Chris Gaston, he did commit to CSU over a powerhouse in UCLA.
UCLA, Wyoming, and San Jose, huh?
Yeah, they were some pretty good commits.
Yeah, I want to talk about Jamal Hicks, though, too. He led his high school football team to the CIF National Championship, or their championship, and I think
their state championship.
Yeah, their state championship.
Most guys coming D1 are coming out of state championships.
Yeah, that's true, but
yeah.
Yep.
Well, I could sit here and talk football all day, AJ.
Yeah, me too, but don't go anywhere, as Nicole Hines is everything in latest in entertainment.
Join Rocky Mountain Student Media on April 22nd for the first ever Ram Slam volleyball tournament sponsored by Chippers Lanes and BioLife Plasma. Come play in the A or B division or watch as participants of all skill levels compete to win. Enjoy local food trucks and music from KCSU. The tournament is from 3 to 8 p.m. on the IM fields and sand volleyball courts. To register your team of 2 to 4, go to eventbrite.com and search for Ram Slam. The cost per team is $30.
Sure, I look cute now, but when my owner lost his job, it was rough. I was living on the street, and one night, me and this Cocker Spaniel got into it so bad, I wound up looking like an ice cream cone. I cried a little bit, but thankfully I got rescued, so I'm running, I'm jumping, all back to my old self, and I'm ready to give unconditional love, even if you put a lampshade on my head.
Oh hey there Rams, I'm your anchor Nicole Hines and I have all the latest in the world of entertainment, so let's get started. Last Friday, the Coachella Music Festival began to make its mark on the entertainment world, and the weekend was full of great music acts. One act that no one expected to see was Kesha. She made a surprise appearance during Zed's set on Saturday. Kesha dressed in flowy waves of black and brightly colored hair. She sang with him during his song True Colors. The world of entertainment has not heard much from her since the whole Sony Records issue. While she did not address the issue directly, she sang the lyrics, "No, I won't apologize for the fire in my eyes. Let me show you my true colors." She did a wonderful job and goes to show that even with legal setbacks, she will continue to perform. Speaking of Coachella, many celebrities made their way out to the event and took full advantage of the warm weather. And as usual, their fashion was on point. The Queen of Coachella is back at it again this year, and here her beautiful outfits are still going strong. I have been a big fan of Vanessa since the early days of High School Musical, but her style lately has been on fire. Hudgens' style this year seems more laid back and comfortable, while still showing her girly side with flowers and pastel colors. In my opinion, her fashion winning streak is still going strong. Moving on, we have another queen of the music festival when it comes to fashion, Kendall Jenner. Kendall was seen in a beige crocheted cutout dress and wore her hair in double buns. She also accessorized with an extravagant silver chain necklace with feathers draping down. Overall, I'm a huge fan of this outfit. With her sister going all bohemian this year, Kylie seemed to keep it casual and sporty. Her look had to stay casual, so her hair would be the main focus. The rainbow-colored wig was an interesting addition to her Coachella look. In general, this is a new trend to debut at the festival, and I can't tell if I like this or not. Taylor Swift also went to the festival and had the most dramatic look out of all the celebrities. Swift looked exceptional in the clothes that she wore, but the most memorable part was her new hair. She dyed her hair platinum blonde and even called it Bleachella. I think she should definitely keep her hair like this even after the festival. It's a wonderful mix of between classy and wonderful. Keep doing you, T-Swizzle. Now I have to throw in some fashion for the men who attended the event. Jared Leto came out in a classic tie-dye t-shirt and some ripped jeans. He was rocking those aviator sunglasses as well as the aviator goggles around his neck. He's just so fly. Now I loved all the previous outfits, but I'm going to say Olivia Holtz is my favorite. It is hard to pick which outfit I liked the best, but I am in love with her lace-up top paired with the leather fringe jacket. And the next outfit I'm a huge fan of as well. The flannel tied around her waist makes the denim romper look a lot more dressy. The shoes in both pictures are also something that should be in my closet like right now. Now I loved all the outfits from this year's Coachella Festival, but I have to pick a favorite, and so I'm going to have to chalk up a win for Olivia Holt. Music fans and beauty gurus were not let down during this event. It goes until April 25th, and more celebrity photos are sure to come out as the week progresses, but this weekend was jam-packed full of celebs who were dressed to impress. CSU's Veterinary Teaching Hospital also had a fun-filled week during this weekend at their open house.
Last weekend, CSU's Veterinary Teaching Hospital had their annual open house that featured tours of the hospital, student exhibits, mock surgeries for children, and a petting zoo.
CSU students and Fort Collins community members came out to support the new vet hospital and had some fun horsing around.
Children got first-hand experience about what life would be like as a vet.
I liked it where we went.
Yeah, the tour was really cool to see the surgical rooms and all that.
No,
The surgeries, yes.
The goal of the event was to inform the local community of Fort Collins and Denver about what is happening and become one big cohesive unit.
Yeah, good job, Zoe.
The event was a way for the hospital to reach out and involve the community.
Hearing what people's connections are to the hospital, whether they bring their pets here as when they get sick, or if they are CSU alumni or things that sort, but just kind of getting to know what connects people to our hospital and to our services, I think is really cool to understand.
Playing with all the animals, so make sure to check out the event next year. Well, that is all the entertainment news I have for you. Thanks for watching CTV News tonight. Make sure to tune in to CTV News tomorrow night at 7 here on Channel 11 or on collegian.com. Thanks for watching and have a great night, Rams.